welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the GW Panther, the GW Panther, the Tier 7 German SPG, located on the south spawn of Murovanka. This one is under the command of Photobomber of FUN2. Now it's a 15cm howitzer, as you can see, capable of doing 600 alpha, penetrating through 39mm of armor, and the reload time 25.89 seconds, but you can see Photobomber's got it down to 20.59, and that's pretty good for a 15cm. Okay, you can see there's two Arty on his team. It's an S51 and of course the GW Panther. Now there's only 30 rounds of ammo, which is actually the same for both vehicles, but you actually get less ammo for the Tier 7 American SPG, which is kind of unfair, and of course that's wargaming, discriminating between Russian, German and American SPGs. Okay, well, we're in position. It's a good spot. There's a bit of cover and he's ready to go. Okay, enemy in sight. It's a Tier 9 game with Tier 7 Arty. Rounds out. Oh, that was good. He stunned both of them and he got a bit of damage off the T30 as well. And he's getting stun assist. Almost ready to go again. Just needs to select a target. He's looking way up the other side of the map, but he's found a Centurion 1 lining up ahead of his course. He stopped to take a shot and he got tracked. That's a direct hit. Lovely shot. 190 right into the side. Keeps him tracked, keeps him vulnerable, and stuns him. Now, the GW Panther is an Arty that was actually designed during World War II. Krupp actually made the designs. They even made models of the vehicle, but they didn't get the go-ahead to actually manufacture it, mainly down to the fact that Manstein, the German general, tank general, wanted more tanks, not Arty. Yes, he was very Arty-phobic, you might say. But he actually felt that they needed more Panther tanks than they needed the artillery, which is a mistake, really, because you really needed a lot of Arty. And also the fact that this Arty has a turret, which means that it's got a very wide arc of fire, 52 degrees without having to move the vehicle. So it would have been quite a good solution to the problem. Now, he overshot there on the T30, but he might have actually been intending to stun the T30 rather than actually directly hit him. Okay, he's ready to go again. Fires straight away, but misses. Of course, the T30's already moved on. You can see where he is in relation to the Centurion 1. And there's an IS-2 shielded just a short distance away. We do have enough tanks up there to deal with these guys, but our teammates aren't spotting them at the moment. Oh, now we've got the T30 back. Lines up, rounds out, and that's better. 213 hit points from that one. Now, the historical name for this Arty was, in fact, the Gorilla 12/5. Yes, I know. It's actually designed with the 128mm main gun. Oh, both Artys got a direct hit on the target. I can't tell you who actually got the shell there first, because I think the S51 might have actually got the second shot in, and he'll be benefiting from, or rather, Photobomber might be benefiting from the stun assist. We'll have to wait and see who actually got that shot in. I don't think we'll ever know. But the T30 is making himself a perfect target, rounds out, right into the rear, 220, another good shot. It's only a non-penetrating shot, but the more damage you do to these tanks, the more likely they're going to go down to our teammates. Over on the other side of the battlefield, the enemy rather stopped by the houses. And it's difficult to get shots at the ones who are hiding behind the house, but that SU-130PM just made himself a perfect target. And, oh, that's a penetrating shot. A high roll for 646. That was a good shot. That was very much worth it. And, of course, he got stun assist. And, of course, because it's a tier 8, And yes, the enemy managed to work out where he was. So he's going to have to change position now because he did get stunned. The enemy didn't see him. They just saw the tracer. But of course, if he is being targeted, that means he should actually move after each shot from now on. And I think we know where the enemy Arty is located as well. He gets another hit, but he needs to move. I reckon another Arty shell's probably going to be inbound. But he's actually decided to move straight away. We'll see if the enemy Arty does try to get him. I don't think they will. But he has knocked a tree down. Now that might give the enemy Arty a clue as to where he is. So he's changing position a bit further. Sometimes some players do knock down scenery on purpose to fool the enemy into where they actually are. And the enemy, our teammates are falling on this side of the map. In fact, now our S51 is in grave danger from that Patriot, who's now moving in. We do have a Ferdinand nearby. We need to distract this guy. It landed right in front of him, but it didn't hit him. And, oh, we did get spotted there because an M445 just fired at us. And he just got a big hit, 274. So we need to get nearer to our teammates so they will respond the moment the enemy fires. And, well, we're going out near the edge of the forest here. And that's not good, but the S51 has managed to get away. But he won't be far behind that S51. Okay, we're aiming for the Cobra. Ideally, we should actually be going over to the east side of the map as quickly as we can. The S51's got the message. Yeah, don't muck around, don't mess about, keep moving. That Patriot is not far behind us. And he's saying, yeah, fall back as quickly as he can. There are enemy directly behind us. We don't want to be the next one killed. Scorpion's going to be the next one they meet. And that's much more preferable. We've also got a VK3002D coming up nearby us. Oh, that wasn't so good. We just lost our T3054 rubber. But we can get around in on this guy. Nice shot! 133 on the GW Panther. The artillery shell actually landed nearby our Ferdinand, or was it the Scorpion? I think it was the Scorpion who actually took the round. Now we're 3 down on the enemy at the moment, so we're really up against it. The Patriot's been spotted only a short distance away, but we're going to try and get a shot on this Patriot. And yep. In fact, that is the Patriot that we were supposed to be looking at. Oh, enemy Arty's firing. It lands in front of us, only stuns the Scorpion. It looks like we're in deep trouble because there's 6 left on the enemy team, 5 left on our team, including 2 Arty. Well, there's 2 Arty on the enemy team as well. And we're being forced into the corner, which gives the enemy a chance to get to the cap. Mind you, they probably won't want to go to the cap because if they do, they're going to get shot at. The IS-2 is actually being targeted by the enemy Arty at the moment. And we're taking up position on the water edge, which is not the best position to be in, but at least it's more preferable to being a wreck. Now, another thing that's rather unfair about the GW Panther is the fact that the Wargaming have actually derated the engine. The Panther tank actually had a turbocharger, and that turbocharger increased the engine power to something like 730 horsepower, I think it was. Seem to recall it was something like that. And he gets another hit on the AMX M445. That's in nice revenge for the shot that he made on us. Yes, they actually made the GW Panther a lot slower by giving it a lower powered engine. And the M445 goes down to the Scorpion G. So they should, by all rights, give the GW Panther the full power Maybach engine with the turbocharger. And that will make the Arty a lot faster than it currently is. At the moment, its maximum speed is only 46 kilometers an hour, whilst the actual Panther 1 that you find in the game, the Tier 7 German Panther 1, is a lot faster, much faster. And so really, we should have the same speed, albeit the fact that, of course, the the Panther doesn't have the heavy howitzer, and that howitzer is very, very heavy indeed. There's the T-30 to the north. Now, well, that was a hit from the S-51 that stunned him. Now he's lining up a shot to try and get the guy as soon as he can. Oh, he did get a hit. He did get a hit. He got a direct hit on target. Now that's going to be good news for the S-51 because it means he got stun assist. Okay, Jag Panther next. Only about half his hit points. Okay, we can't see the enemy now because we've just lost. Well, the Scorpion G took out their Jag Panther, but we're now down to only 4 players left on our team and only 4 left on the enemy team. They've both got 2 tank destroyers and 2 Arty, but the enemy team has got a Crusader SP and a GW Panther, an SU-130PM and the T-30. Now, I think that SU-130PM might be the same one we hit earlier. Yes, it is. And he's very low on hit points, that SU-130PM. We can see that from the scoreboards that, yeah, he's fairly poorly health. And the T-30, well, he's got some health, but not a lot. Mind you, for that matter, we've got 2 Scorpion Gs on our team, tier 8s. The enemy's got a tier 9 and a tier 8. And that shell was near to our S-51. Not quite on him, only a short distance away. You can see the shell crater and the S. Oh, it's actually the Scorpion G that he was going for. Now, the enemy does have more hit points than we do. And I do hear a motor nearby. I'm not sure if that's one of ours or one of theirs. More than likely it's the Scorpion. Just sitting on the edge of the water at the moment. If we come back out of the water, there's a good chance the enemy might hit us. We know where the T-30 was last seen. He was in the Magic Forest. The SU-130PM, well, I kind of get the feeling that he's probably between us and the cap. Okay, we're trying to move around the Scorpion. 3 minutes left in the game. Equal scores. It's pretty good, actually, that they managed to get the score back because, remember, they were well behind at one time, but Photobomber and the others managed to claw it back to get even numbers. I'd say at the moment that the advantage is probably with Photobomber's team. S-51 got a near miss there. Oh, there's the T-30 again. Okay, can we get a shot? Not easy. He's behind the house, but only just. In fact, he's now moved out from behind the house, and the Scorpion nails him. That's the problem with having 2 really good guns in the game. Scorpion Gs are lethal, and I don't think that T-30 saw what actually hit him. The S-51 and the Scorpion are going ahead. They've got more hit points than the others, and there's the 2-minute warning. Okay, we're firing a blind shot. Okay, that was fired ahead of path, just in case he... Oh, there's one of the Arty, the Crusader. And he's got the top gun, the 5.5-inch gun, not the 4.5-inch gun. They're the same gun as on the FB304. He has range, but he... Oh, and he's been nailed. And that was the S-51 doing that. Okay, now we can move. There's only 2 enemies left. It is taking a risk, moving out from under the cover. He's hugging the waterline just in case. He is a one-shot, basically, for the enemy. And our Scorpion's headed towards our cap area, just in case the enemy's moving in on it. Well, their Crusader did come south. I don't think we've got the time to get to the cap. It is basically kill all, or it's going to be a draw. We're covering... Oh! And we just lost one of the Scorpions, and it was to the SU-130PM. Okay, he's dialing in on that area. There's the SU-130PM. Can he get a kill shot? He's estimating where he is. Rounds out. Nope, didn't get him. close, but unfortunately he didn't get him. Okay. He's looking for any sign of the enemy. Any fences being knocked down, any trees being knocked down, anything that will give us clues to where the enemy is. Scorpion's coming south. We find another one in. We've still got plenty of ammo. 8 rounds of the special HE and also 4 armor-piercing rounds. But we're going to run out. The clock's going to tick out. And there he is. We're not loaded. But there's the SU-130 PM. And the clock goes out for a draw. Well, sadly, the clock ran out before we could kill the SU-130 PM. Unfortunately, he didn't have a shell loaded, so even when the Scorpion did spot the SU-130 PM, he couldn't fire a round in and get the kill shot. It was an ace tanker game, though, for Photobomber in the GW Panther, and he also got his second mark of excellence in that game. Congratulations! On top of that, he got a Bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 6. And he got a Confederate as well because he hit more of the enemy than anyone else on his team. At least 6 tanks subsequently taken out by other teammates. And you can look at the sheer number of tanks there. He did actually hit that SU-130 PM. So that one did actually count towards his Confederate and in the game. But he did wound, I think, is that the enemy GW? I'm not sure, no, because there wasn't an enemy GW. That might have been one of his teammates, actually, in this case, that got wounded. Anyway, let's have a look at the win 8. 2,654, which is Unicum standard. Let's have a look at team score. Well, surprisingly, he actually got the second highest damage in the game. The highest damage went to the enemy Cobra, who managed 2,816 hit points of damage, but he got taken out. Second highest damage went to Photobomber with 2,602, and the third highest damage went to the Scorpion G on his own team with 2,565. The Patriot on the enemy team managed to get a patrol duty in that game, so obviously he was spotting for the rest of his team, and that's kind of unusual for a heavy tank. When it came to kills, it was actually the Scorpion G did best with 4 kills. That's the one that survived, not the one that died. 3 kills went to the SU-130 PM. Yes, he did survive, but of course, we know Photobomber did get a nice chunk of his health from a penetrating shot. And 2 kills went to the Scorpion G, the other one, the IS-2, the Waffenträger auf Panzer IV, and also to the IS-2 shielded, the AMX M445, and the Jagdpanther on his own team. And Photobomber didn't get any kills, but he did get the compensation, of course, of getting stun assist, and that meant that the highest score on the base XP is the Patriot with 871 because of all the spotting he was doing. 686 went to the Scorpion G, and in third place we've got Photobomber with 682. 18 shots fired. That's a lot of ammo expended. He could have done more, but he just couldn't see where the enemy were to actually get those shells out. 9 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot on the SU-130 PM, 14 splash. Damage of 2,602, of which 2,351 were at more than 300 meters. So he did get a close range shot in on the Patriot, I think it was. 1 hit received. It was a penetrating shot, I'm afraid. Yes, he did take some damage from the AMX M445. He also received 1 hit by way of splash damage from the enemy Arty, and 8 enemy vehicles were damaged. None was killed. 1,355 hit points of stun assist off 15 stuns. On a premium count, he actually earned a profit of 7,665 credits from the game, and he got 2,457 experience points. But the best thing of all is he got an ace tanker, and yes, again, he's picked up another mark of excellence. So now he's only got to get the 3rd mark, and he's fully loaded. So very well done. He did play well to stay alive, even after he took a hit from the enemy heavies. But yes, he took the right decision to actually start moving to the east and follow the S-51 in getting away. I honestly thought that S-51 was going to get nailed by the Patriot because he was sitting in the corner and he didn't realize how close he was to the enemy until he started moving, and then he moved pretty quick to get out of there, and he managed to succeed and get down to the corner. It's a pity that it was a draw, but it was a good game by him because remember, they were way behind the enemy. The enemy did have a significant advantage, but they actually turned that around to their benefit. And in the end, it was, well, it was 3 versus 2 at the end, but it was a very good game nonetheless. If you enjoyed that replay, please give this video a like, do subscribe to our channel, leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm, and thank you for watching.